Benoit Saint-Denis taking on Kyle Prepelic on Saturday. Prepelic replaces Joel Alvarez, who injured his hand. Maybe this is just convenience because Prepelic is from Canada. They don't have to worry about getting him into the country. Or maybe just the two Matouches that called out Benoit Saint-Denis got denied. Matouche Robeski wanted that fight, but he didn't get it. Matouche Gamrot also asked for the fight, but he didn't get it. It would have been a good opportunity for BSD to move up in the rankings. If he could have beat Gamrot, it probably would have been a very wrestling-heavy fight. Gamrot seems to be all over the place. They offered him number one ranked Arman Sarukian. Sarukian turned down that fight. Then apparently he was offered Ludovic Klein. Maybe that fight happens, but now Gamrot was asking to fight BSD on Saturday. But maybe it will settle on Klein versus Gamrot. There's no official announcement on that yet, though. But this is a bit of a pointless fight unless Prepelic pulls off an upset. He was a dog in the Nordine Taleb fight, and I remember he did well despite being undersized. If you believe in Kyle Prepelic, bet on him. Plus 775, huge underdog in the opening line from betonline.ag. Benoit Saint-Denis, a colossal favorite, minus 1,200. That's what I mean. It's such an uncompelling fight, and from a competitive standpoint, like, Benoit Saint-Denis is expected to run right through this guy, but I guess we'll see what happens. Alvarez versus Saint-Denis, that was an intriguing fight. Originally, Benoit was, a slight favorite, and then a lot of people bet on Alvarez, and, it was a compelling fight. This one, not so much, but we'll see. Maybe Kyle pulls off a massive upset. And on another line, Saint-Denis opened as even a bigger favorite at minus 1,500. Bo Nickal thought the very big game of the past couple of years, and as a result, after losing his first fight over the weekend, a lot of people are, he's received a big backlash after that, but not from Rainier de Ritter. He keeps it very classy. He doesn't kick him while he's down. He encourages him while he's down and says he's glad he fought him now and not in 3 years. He's going to be an effing killer and running through everybody.
The difference between being very confident and arrogant is very small. Huh? And I've been a victim of this in the past, maybe a little bit as well. I'm always confident in my abilities, but I've stepped over the line a little bit into arrogance as well. And I don't feel he was that arrogant coming into this fight at all, to be honest. He was very humble. He was very, from what I've seen, he was very down to earth coming into this fight. So yeah, it's up to him now. Huh? I've been in this position. I've lost terribly. Like pretty much, basically like this fight, I lost as well. Now it's up to him to see if this can be a negative thing or a positive thing. He can make this into a positive thing. He can look at this as being a big lesson and something he's going to grow of. Or he can look at this and say, that was a fluke and I just wasn't myself that day and fuck it. But I think if you see how far he's already got in this game, how far he's got in wrestling, you can have a weak mindset. He's a very strong guy. He's a very strong individual. And I think he's going to take some time off of planning a fight. And we'll see him back in 6 months. And he's going to tear through a lot of guys, I think. I said after the fight as well, I'm just happy I had a chance to fight him now. And not in 3 years. Or like in 3 years, he's going to be a fucking killer, man. He's going to run through everybody.
A lot of undefeated fighters have lost this year, like Austin Bashi against Christian the Prospect Killer Rodriguez. Gaziulov lost to Lopez. Umar Nurmagomedov lost for the first time against Merab in a title fight. Peyton Talbot lost to Ione Barcelos. Huge upset. Nakamura lost to Gafarov. Nakamura was a big favorite. Gafarov looked really good. He won that fight pretty handily. Carpenter lost to Tagir. Shara Bullet Magomedov lost to Michael Venom Page. Suarez lost to Zhang in a title fight. Steele lost to Rong Zhu. Thickness lost to Topuria. Matsumoto lost to Fan. Julius Walker on short notice took a fight with Lonzo Menafield and lost the decision. Danny Barlow was a huge favorite, and he got knocked out by Sam Patterson. Ray Saruya lost to Joshua Van Dyer. Nurgazai looked horrible in that fight against Brendan Hibero. And Hibero looked good, and he won that via Kimura. Josias Musasa lost to Carlos Vera. This is an example of a guy who has a lot of potential, but like a lot of guys coming from the Contender Series, they have a lot of potential, but they don't have a lot of experience. And they run into guys who have a lot of MMA experience, and they get head kicked and submitted like Musasa did. Yanesi Dubin lost for the first time against Carly Judas. Judas was a huge favorite, And it shows. She beat the shit out of Dubin and then knocked her out in under 2 minutes. Mick Parkin lost to Marcin Tybura. Luis Garuli lost to Ode Osborne. Again, another guy from the Contender Series, undefeated, a lot of potential, but fighting a guy with a lot more experience and UFC experience and gets stopped. Daniel Marcos and Bo Nickel lost for the first time over the weekend.
We had Eddie Hall on, the world's strongest man, that just beat the crap out of Mariusz Pudzianowski. He talks about what it would take for him and how much he'd want to get paid to fight Francis Ngannou. Who else was on? Sam Alvey. Sam Alvey just knocked out Tyrone Spong. Oh, my God. And then he calls out Eddie Hall, calls him a little bitch. That's what he said, Eddie. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. And then also we had the one and only Corey Sandhagen, who had an incredible performance at the weekend. Of course, Paul Felder and I go through all the stories, the news in MMA. We have a laugh. And that's about it. It drops at 9 p.m. Pacific. She's carrying the dog. Why are you carrying the dog? He won't walk. They say dogs are like their owners. He's a lazy bastard. Anyway, Believe You Me podcast drops tonight, 9 p.m. Pacific. Get it on YouTube or wherever you find your audio podcasts. All right. Have a good one.
2 title fights on the line this weekend. The card just feels a little auraless. I don't know. I don't think it's going to do a lot of buys, but some intriguing bantamweight title matchups. I think this is the more competitive fight of the two.
Oh, hey there. You again? Well, I just want to tell you that I think that you did a really good job this weekend.
Oh, all right. Well, thanks.
But I also think that you don't even deserve a title shot still. You don't even deserve a title shot because last time you lost to Umar still. Yeah, Umar whooped you.
Well, can I?
Yeah, that's how the sport should be, because you shouldn't be able to fight for a title after you just lost to someone that just also lost for a title. And guess what? You know, when else Perry also whooped you, and he whooped you on October 22nd, 2001, and that was not even that long ago. So he deserves a title shot even way more than you do. Even way more than you do.
Yeah, dude, but I was winning that fight all the way up until I got knocked down, so that's not even like a good argument.
Yeah, I remember because the one thing that hit you, it was like a spinning back fist and another punch afterwards, and knocked you down and you look like a stupid idiot when you did that.
Are you done, dude? Can you just get out of here?
Yeah, well, when you finally admit that you don't even actually deserve that title shot.
No, dude, go yourself. I do deserve it.
Say it!
How about I blew up, bitch?
Oh, you hit me! Mom says that you're not allowed to hit me ever in the face!
I'm Pascal Kraus.
This is Eric Newbreed Cope. Joe K-San. Again. One more.